yet. See how the road goes.
The weather was a little gloomy the morning we left for Theth. The hostel we stayed at last night in Skodra helped us book a ticket for the van. We left at 7 a.m. for about a 2.5 hour drive up the Albanian mountains, where we would stay for 8 days. It was only a few years ago that they laid out an asphalt road to the village. Before that, it was just a bumpy, sandy road. So my boyfriend's very thankful for all these tourists who made the asphalt road possible. We are almost at our guest house and we have a little pit stop, but it's 18 degrees and I'm freezing because I spent 2 months in France with 38 degrees and I'm not wearing anything but shorts and it's so cold.
I don't think it's 18 degrees, I think it's like
10 degrees. Everybody has coffee, but I don't.
They don't have coffee.
They don't have hot chocolate, and yeah, we hope the weather is not gonna be like this all week. Yeah. Also, I bought a new dress and I want to wear it, but it's too cold. What did you say? Why are you laughing?
There's a hole in the house, so we will get cold.
Oh my gosh, there is a hole in our bedroom.
That's frame though.
No way.
Yes way.
What the? Okay. Can you see my face? You can see my face. Just put it a little higher. I just wanted to check in because I haven't really been talking to you guys. So basically we arrived in Theth like today, like 5 minutes ago, and it's colder than we thought it was gonna be. We expected like 24 degrees Celsius, but it's like 18 degrees Celsius with a lot of rain, and we did not really pack for that. We only have like one pair of long sleeve shirts and jeans, but I guess it's okay. The drive from Skodra to Theth was okay. It was very fast, but when we arrived in Theth, that's when it took a very long time to get to our guest house because they want to do a lot of service for you. They're really nice people, but Dutch people are not used to having that much service, and we just like things to go fast. So at one point we were driving around and waiting in a van in Theth itself for 45 minutes, and we were just like, we want to get out and we want to just walk 10 minutes to our home, but we had to. No, we drive you, it's our service. He was like, okay. But it took us like half an hour longer. We just wanted to get out. Anyway, moral point of the story: Albanian people are very nice. They want to do a lot of service. So far we've known. You just have to get used to it. If you're from a country and culture where you're not used to having a lot of service and things just go relatively fast, you have to get used to the Albanian way of things. Also, one thing we've noticed is that Albanian people, things might take a slow time, but they're always on time. Like all the buses are on time, all the vans, every transport that we've taken so far is like the exact minute that we are supposed to leave. Like if we're leaving on 7:30, we always leave on 7:30 and never 7:31. Right now we are going to start looking for a place to get dinner, because at our guest house it's 12 euros per person, which is a lot of money for Albania. Usually it's around max €8 per person. And like comments of 1 year ago, they were €6 per person, and like within one year it skyrocketed to like €12 per person. So we're gonna look for a different place to get dinner because our budget is not having it. And we're gonna hike to like the waterfall called Kruna and something else. It's gonna be like a 2-hour hike because we're generally tired, and we're gonna see what we're gonna do. But right now we're both feeling a little bit off. I don't feel like doing a lot of things, so that's the plan. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. So we are walking around Theth to see places for dinner and breakfast. We found this mini market that sells bread and cheese and like chocolate spread, and we're thinking about just buying lunch there and also buying breakfast there, so we don't have to spend €6 per person for breakfast, but we can just be done in like €4 or something for lunch and dinner together. And for dinner we're looking. It was very hard to find a place where we could have dinner, since all the other guest houses only serve dinner for their own guests. This is to make sure that everyone has dinner at their own guest house, so what we did is not very common. We didn't realize it back then, but maybe it was a little rude towards our guest house to go someplace else for dinner. So please keep in mind, dinner in Theth is at your own guest house, and you can expect to pay around €12 per person. Because we didn't have a very big budget, we booked the cheapest guest house we could find in Theth. Our guest house was basically just a bedroom in a family's house. The bedroom was pretty simple, with very old beds that would break when you would sit on them, and the mattresses were pretty old. The bathroom was as minimal as could be, but it did the trick of getting clean after a very long hike, so it was okay for us. We communicated mostly with the daughter since the parents didn't speak any English. The guest house had a beautiful yard where we could sit watching the chickens run around and cuddle with the cats. Even though it was very cheap and not very luxurious, we did really love our 5-day stay at the guest house. He wants to go away. Anyway, this is the cat of the guest house. She is always eating our food and our cheese and bread and cookies, and she loves everything. Yes, she does.
Especially food.
Especially food.
And
now, put her outside of the bedroom. Close the door before she comes back. Theth is a small village in the Albanian mountains, only 15 kilometers from the border of Montenegro. The village was built back in the Middle Ages, around 1565, I believe, but only had 7 homes. In the 80s, Theth counted over 200 families, but now all the children are moving back to the city to study. The White Church of Theth was built around 1892 and is the biggest highlight in the village itself. A lot of people only go to Theth to see the waterfall Gruna and hike to the Blue Eye, but honestly, if you have the time, stay there for another few more days and you have lots of beautiful trails before hiking the trail to Valbon. Even sheep and horses. It's honestly worth it to stay there for at least 4 or 5 days. Cute. Hi. The dog has been following us. I'm gonna see if it follows us like the whole hike. Yeah?
Let's see.
We decided to go for a hike. We go to the waterfall called Gruna, I think. And we're gonna look around, see if it's something recommended for you guys to do. And take some videos. We have a dog with us for good company. And yeah, we'll see, we'll let you know.
Die voelt je.
You like to join us, buddy. What should we call him? Major. I was thinking he looks like a Tom. Hi! Do you look like a Tom?
No.
No? Are you a Major Tom? Hi! Are you a Major Tom? I think he's made of stone. Yeah, he does.
He has very broad shoulders and very street dog.
He's a street dog. What do you expect?
He's like...
He looks like a hero dog, to be honest. I get some hero vibes from him. I think Tom is leaving us. He went behind the big rock there. Rodrigue, do you think he will come back? Yeah?
Yeah, Major Tom never followed us, and even in the upcoming days we didn't see him. He's probably off saving other people's lives, I guess. The hike to the waterfall was about an hour and 15 minutes, so it's not really that long. On the way we saw some little water streams, a field of ferns, and of course the mountainsides.
We made it to the waterfall. Look, it is behind me. And it's so freaking awesome. The water is just blue. So cool. Somehow we always hike in the rain. When we're planning. But this time we knew it was gonna rain. Look at the weather. I don't know if you can see it, but it's raining.
I don't know.
Oh my god, look what we found. Giant mushrooms. Do you see it? Do you know what we found? You want to show it to them?
More double. Whoa!
Okay. Oh my gosh! Hallo Roderick. Kijk. Okay, so Rodrigo is going back for the money we forgot, because you have to pay everything in cash here in Theth, and so we got like hundreds of euros out of the ATM. I'm taking here a little time to check in about the plans for today. Today we're gonna go hiking to the Blue Eye of Theth. It's supposedly one of the biggest highlights that you can do around here, and it's gonna be like a 3-hour hike to the Blue Eye of Theth and a 3-hour hike back. So it will be like 6 hours. Yesterday the weather was very gloomy and cloudy, so we hope today it's gonna be good and we can actually, there is sun and we can actually swim in there. So yeah. Look. That's the waterfall we were yesterday. So this bridge looks terrifying, and I just hope it's not gonna fall. Oh my god. And this is how I sit on the ground for a flower shot. So this is how we drink water during our hike. Rodrigo has this water bag, and I just... And we don't have to stop walking. So it saves us a lot of time because I drink a shitload of water.
After 3 hours of hiking, we made it to the Blue Eye. It wasn't very crowded when we got there, but it turns out that you can just rent a van to go there, so you could skip the whole hike. We didn't know, so there were a lot of tourists. If you want to be there without a lot of people, you should go there before lunchtime. After lunch, it's going to get really crowded. And because we like quiet places, we went back to Little River just before the actual Blue Eye, which was just as beautiful.
It's koud hoor. Mijn benen viezen af. Hoe is het?
No.
Like you taught me, and I have to throw it like crazy.
Like crazy. Oh shit. Mm. Oh. 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 She did it. She learned it.
Well, you want to use that stain? How big is it?
Stain.
You want to use that stone?
Stone, yes.
Wait, how big is it? It's as big as your hand.
It's big and
Okay. Okay, go. It bounced. I don't know how, but it did. Did you expect that?
I did.
We went to the Blue Eye of Theth, but it was so insanely crowded that we kind of I took a dive there and it was so cold that my entire voice just got like 2 tones lower. Like my entire voice changed because of the cold. And I was just like straight with my head in the water. And I got this giant brain freeze. And it was just very crowded, so we decided to go away and to walk a little bit back. And there we had this little stream of water, like a little river, probably from the Blue Eye. We just decided to chill there and throw some rocks and stuff like that. Rodrigo went into the water too. And he swam like underwater and he came out, he was like, I have this brain freeze.
Instant headache.
Instant headache, yeah.
Oh.
But yeah. And now, after like an hour break, we're gonna go back hiking because we still have 3 hours to go.
She's like, well,
Goats don't do this. No.
it's fine, but
Ah, he thinks my finger is food. Hi! Hello! So look at what I found. Hi! Why are you in my bag? Huh, bud? Can you please get out of my bag, sweetie? Go on, I got my camera lens in there. Get out! Okay. I thought it might be time for a little chit chat because I have a lot of things to say. This is the little cat from the guest house. Don't know his or her name, but she's very, very sweet and very, very soft. And also she loves cheese. When we have our food in here, she's just like rushing to it and blowing her little holes in there. Anyway, I'm sorry about the noise you hear around here because the house does not have very good noise insulation.
There's a hole in the house, so we will get cold.
Oh my gosh, there is a hole in our bedroom. Today we did the hike to the Blue Eye, as I've told you, and it's really nice, it's really good, but it's just a little thing that if you really want to go there, we didn't know, but there are buses, like little tour buses that bring people to like a parking lot, and from there it's only half an hour hike. So it's a lot, it's really busy. There's also like a guest house, a bar, a cafe, a restaurant, like toilets and stuff, so it's very, very popular. But if you want to do the hike from Theth and you want to hike the Blue Eye 6 hours, you should start at 6 or 7 o'clock, so you're there before like the first tourists are there. Yeah, that's like my biggest recommendation that I have. Also, the water in the Blue Eye is really, really, really cold. I dove in there and I was just freezing. I had this giant brain freeze and ow! And the tone of my voice just got like 2 tones lower because of the cold, and I had this giant brain freeze and started to get a headache from the cold. So you can definitely swim in there. A lot of people swim in there, but please be careful because there's a little bit of a current in the Blue Eye. And from the parking lot on, you only have to do 30 minutes. But if you really are tired and you don't want to do it anymore, there are bars and cafes and restaurants there, and you can just swim there. And also 5 minutes away from the Blue Eye, there is this bridge that you have to cross, and there is also a nice place to start and swim. Hello. Oh, she's getting very, very, very playful. You are starting to hurt, little sweetie. We are gonna put you away. In the beginning the weather was also a little bit gloomy and there were still a lot of clouds in the sky, so we were scared it was not gonna clear up, but in the end it did. And just so thankful for that because the blue water just sparkled because of the sunshine. The hike from Theth to the Blue Eye is 6 hours long and is relatively easy. Even though it's a very long distance, there is not a lot of height difference. So it's relatively a flat hike and you only have to go up in the end to go to the Blue Eye. But even if you take the car to the parking lot, you're still gonna have to walk up and down because that's where the climb starts. So either way, if you want to go to the Blue Eye, you have to climb a little bit, not a lot, but just so you know. Yesterday we went to the waterfall called Waterfall Kruna, and there you can also just do a little bit in the water, but the same thing, you have to be there before lunch because after that a lot of people will be there. She's in my bag again. Wat?
Welke eten?